Okie dokie, I'm Mark Klein. I'm a mechanical engineer with Raytheon, and what I'm going to go through here today is the investment that we've given into this industry standard development and with VITA. So that button, okay. Kind of like Dan said, what has the DoD done? They've given a mandate that open systems architecture start to be used in the development and procurement of their systems. Why are they doing that? Interoperability, tech refreshes, things that when they update a system, it's very easy. Things can be seamlessly integrated, rapid upgradability, improvement in the market space, which allows me as an integrator to go to different companies and take their card, install it into my system, and it works. Innovation with those manufacturers of those cards and backplanes and other components of the system, and the cost savings. So Raytheon and open systems architecture, we have a specific technical interest group, a TIG, that meets monthly to introduce some of this stuff that isn't, some of the concepts that aren't relatively known, right? If you're not in the VITA community or the SOSA community, MOSA community, we talk to our engineers and our procurement team about what is happening inside of these organizations and how we are participating and how we are influencing these to align with our goals and to align with the goals of our customer. So the interest in utilizing this, over here are two of our systems. The APG-79 AESA was not set up right. It was set up as a standard Raytheon asset where a lot of it's custom. In the next development, the next stages is interested in moving into a more open architecture and using COTS, right? And commercial off the shelf is where you save that money. By maintaining this customer-focused agenda, right, and using those standards, it's going to, hopefully reduce the lead time where, that's here nor there, depending on the system that you're developing. But the upgradable dynamics with COTS modules and using these COTS slot profiles and things like that allows you to upgrade it as the technology comes out. It also gives competitive pricing and keeps you from sole sourcing things. One big concept or one big VITA standard that we've seen this happen with is VITA 87, the circular MT connector. There's, instead of one singular source for that, there's multiple. And then, our participation in these standards, again, and influencing these standards are meant to align our goals and values along with our customer. One thing that, Steve talked about that everybody's really talked about, Mike, is the VITA 47 group of family of standards, right? The ruggedization of it. So in the military realm, that's where you're getting this very rugged implementation and how these standards were created in order to kind of take that environment and that scenario and put a standard to it so that everybody can start to reference it and bring it into their system and bring it into their component and allow the testing up front to prove out a concept. So in last year, we went through a pretty heavy overhaul of this with industry leaders, with military institutions to best align this standard to our warfighter environment. The ruggedization of a module reduces the risk during a mission of things going wrong in the aspect that you've tested what your platform is going to see. And then the updates allow for commonality between those modules and less time for test readiness of an overall system as an integrator. You can take those artifacts and you can plug them into your model-based engineering and move through to your next level and putting it onto a platform. And so now we go into VITA 100, where building the next generation of these systems, getting faster speeds up and above anything that you've seen so far. Updating and upgrading the old technology of VITA 46 to support the warfighter in the future, as well keeping the market competitive. With the VITA 100.30, we're going to be looking to make this connector open, where VITA 46 has kind of one sole source producer. We're looking to make sure that we can expand on that and moving forward. So kind of this might be outdated to what Steve showed before, but right now I'm chairing and editing the VITA 100.10, and there's a lot of mechanical work that's going to go on in the upcoming months and years to align the VITA 48 bases and bring on the new technology for you and the expanded speeds and pinouts for the new VITA connector. Raytheon has a lot of stakeholders, SMEs, embedded or dedicated to supporting these standards, and I do have confirmed funding for 2025, which is great. Thank you. And thank you. So.